Hello business owners, how are you? In today's video, we are going to discuss about loss leadership. How big brands like IKEA, Big Bazaar, DMart uses loss leadership to earn more profits. By making loss, they earn profit. Amazon, Flipkart, many e-commerce giants also follow this strategy to increase their sales. So we will see how your business, as a small business, how you can implement loss leadership in your business and how you can grow your sales in this video. So stay tuned and let's get started. So let's understand what is loss leadership. There are two terms in this word, that is loss and leadership. By making loss, you are becoming a leader. Now a business sells its product or services, one single product or services for a loss, for less than its cost price, to make customer come to their store or come to their business and buy other products as well, in which they make profit. So this is a basic concept of loss leadership. In this you can get two benefits. One is you can attract more customers, you can get more footfalls in your store, and second is you can eradicate your competitors. You can easily compete with your competitors. Now a product which your competitor is also selling, if you sell below cost price, then your competitor will think, wow, how he is selling that much low, and all the customers from his business will get converted to your business. And by selling other products, you can earn a good profit from it. Let's take an example of a DMart or Big Bazaar. What they do is think that a DMart store is present in a town. Now what DMart will do, they will remove an offer that tomatoes or onions or some vegetable, there are 80% or 70% off. Now people get attracted by it. Now tomatoes and these vegetables are daily use, so many people come to buy only these tomatoes or something like that. Now when they come to the store, they see many other things, and they think that we have came to the store, let's buy other things also. And DMart and Big Bazaar makes profit in other products or services. So let's take one more example, that is IKEA. Now IKEA is a big giant of furnitures. Now what IKEA do is in every IKEA store, the IKEA stores are very large. Okay, so in every IKEA store there is a restaurant or a small fast food center in the IKEA store. So and the things or the food which the fast food center is selling will be so cheap, 40-50% off. So people tend to eat the food there. Now that store is located in the center of the store, in the IKEA store. So what people do to eat that food, they come to the store and see other products as well, furnitures and all. Now they sit there, they have their food, and they think that let's buy something from here. And majority of the people who come to just eat the food also tend to buy something and then they go to home. So like this, IKEA make more profit and they get more customers by just keeping a small service or a product at a low cost, or selling it at a loss, and making the customers to buy other products in which you make the profit. So this is a simple concept which I have gave you with an example. So now let us move how you can implement loss leadership in your own business. So before moving on to how you can implement, let's see what you have to take care about this. Implementation is very easy. Just keep one product for a loss and try to upsell or cross sell any other product. In this, one more concept is important, that you have to have a skill of upselling and cross selling products. Then only you can make profits by loss leadership. Now these two strategies can increase your sales drastically. In this video I have just covered loss leadership, but in further videos I will also make a video on cross promotion and upselling and cross selling. So the combination of these two things can drastically improve your sales. Okay, so let's come back to it. Now what thing you have to remember, what mistakes you have to not do while doing loss leadership in your business. The first thing is you should have a good amount of fund. You should not be like you should not be at a break even, or you are already at loss and you are doing loss leadership. You have to be at profitable, you are earning a good profit, but you want to grow your business or you want to get more customers, then only you have to go for loss leadership. Second thing is always while which product you are keeping for the loss leadership, mark a limit to it. I mean, whenever the customer is buying the product which is at a cheaper rates, make a limit that only 2 or 3 quantities or just one quantity is for that price. If you want to buy more, you have to pay the full price or MRP or whatever it is. So you have to keep a limit, or else what will happen, a single 1 or 2% will buy all your products and they will not buy your other product, then you will be at a very loss. So to reduce that or to eradicate that, you have to keep a limit for your products. If you are serving a service, then you have to keep something like only for 1 month or 2 months service will be at this cost. After that we will charge full service charges. So you have to keep some limits on it so that it doesn't harm your business profitability. Then the third point is, only use this strategy when you have varieties of products or you have many categories of product. Now think that you only serve 3 to 4 products in which you are making a loss on one product. Then the chances are majority of people won't buy other products because they are not getting much variety. They will think that okay, this I am getting cheaper at in this shop, so I will buy it from here, and other products I will see it from other shop. So you have to keep many varieties of product so that once a customer come into your shop, he or she should buy all the products. I mean, whichever the need of the customer is. So every product need to be served by you. So this is one thing. The last fourth thing is at every end of the day, what you have to do, you have to calculate, am I earning extra profit by applying this strategy in my business or not. If you are just reducing the cost of one product and selling, and if you are not measuring it, then it may be that your profit may have decreased. Okay, you cannot say that my profit have increased. So at the end of the day, see, have my profits increased or not. Are people find out the percentage of people who buy the loss product and also buy the profitable product. Take a percentage. Also add some ratios, like what is the ratio percentage of people who buys the profitable products after buying the loss product. At how much net profit do I earn when a person buy loss product as well as a profitable product. So these are something you have to sit and calculate at the end of the day, so that you can measure, am I improving by this strategy or not. If you are not improving, then from the next day you have to stop this, or else it will be harmful for you. Now for every businesses, 2 questions arises here. First is which product should I sell it for loss, and which product should I sell for a good profit. Now here for loss, which product you can choose is the product which have a very less expiry date, very less span of expiry date, or perishable goods like milk or some essential goods which are very much essential for day-to-day activities and all. So these type of goods you can sell it for loss. Why? Because many people will get attracted if you are selling these goods at a low cost. And which product you have to keep it for a profit. You can keep those products which are related to the loss leader product. I mean, take an example. If you are selling a toothpaste for loss, think that you bought a toothpaste for $8 rupees and you are selling it for 7 rupees. Now for toothpaste, what you can sell a toothbrush, or you can sell some soap, shampoo, something else. Okay, it should be related. I mean, if a customer is buying your loss product, you have to see he should also buy the other product. This you can do with your common sense, or if you can understand your customer. If you have a good buyer's persona, then you can understand which product should I keep with side by side. So these were 2 questions which I think you can easily sort out by yourself. Now at last, pro tip: whenever you are placing your loss product, you have to place it very deeply inside your shop, or else backside of your shop, so that people when they visit your store or when they visit your shop, they have to take that product, they have to move to the backward, or it takes time for them. It becomes little bit tedious for your customer, or you have to make something that customer spend time while buying that loss product, because you have to make the customer to stay to waste his time here, so that at that time he will see other products and he may buy other products as well. So you have to try to keep your product in deeper side, or make your customer to wait until the product is being delivered to him, so that the customer will see other products and he may buy other products as well, so that it will increase your profitability. So this was all about loss leadership. Stay tuned to see our further videos like cross-selling and upselling. If you join cross-selling, upselling strategy and loss leadership strategy, then you can really, I can say you that you can drastically increase your sales. So stay tuned. Have a good day and thank you.